Hello everyone, my name's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. This is my 10 before the end. It took me quite a while to decide on just 10 books that I wanted to read before the end of this year, but I decided on 10 that I have as opposed to Kindle reads. I hope I don't regret that because I do like to read late at night when I can't sleep on my Kindle. But the first one is from Riley Sager, The House Across the Lake. This has been on my TBR for quite some time now. Be careful what you watch for. It is a thriller about a widowed actress trying to escape a streak of bad press. She retreats to a cabin with a pair of binoculars and several bottles of bourbon, and she watches the time, she passes the time by watching her neighbors, but then one of her neighbors disappears. And then I have Escaping Rejection. Now this is by Lindsay Devon and Skye Wilson. Now this is indie published, I believe. I read the first one a few months ago and I really enjoyed it. It's about werewolves, shifters. They're on an island, and the FMC, she is rejected at her wedding by her mate, and so she signs up for this show about rejected mates, and they don't tend to survive. So this is the second one in the series called Escaping Rejection. The game is up. Our love is public. Now everyone has turned against us. I knew joining the Reject project to protect my best friend's little sister was dangerous, but the ruthless television game show is going too far with contestants turning feral. If anyone discovers my secret relationship with Kira, it could be the end of us. The challenges are becoming relentless. The stakes have never been higher, yet Kira is still determined to save the other participants. Only nothing prepares us for what comes next. The time to play games is over because now it's life or death. So I do want to continue on with that series. There's one more in the trilogy. And then I have had Brutal Prince on my TBR for quite a while. I decided to get it in print because it sounds like an interesting series, and I wanted the trophy. So Brutal Prince is their match made in hell. The Griffins and the Gallows have been battling for control of Chicago's underworld for generations. Their rivalry has always been flammable, but it reignites with a fury when Aidan, the youngest and wildest Gallows sibling, crashes a party at the Griffin mansion and accidentally sets fire to the library. So I believe they marry. Yeah, to stave off an all-out war, her father quickly arranges a marriage between her and Callum Griffin, eldest son and heir to the Irish mafia. So I'm very interested to start that, and hopefully I can get it done before the end of the year. As well, I have the Natural series, and I have not started it yet, by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is about, I think this is YA. And it's about a bunch of teenagers that have special abilities, and the FBI gets them to help with cold case murders, if I'm not mistaken. So this, again, sounds interesting. Allie Carter says, The Naturals is a Criminal Minds for the YA world, and I loved every page. And it's from the author of Inheritance Games, but I haven't read that either. And then the next two I have put on my November TBR. I have Mile High by Liz Tomford. It's a sports romance with hockey. Yeah, hockey player and a stewardess. And then I have wanted to read Fourth Wing for quite a while. I was humming and hawing whether I'd want to read it and if I'd be interested in it, because I'm new to fantasy and I'm not sure how I feel about dragons, but I've added it to my November TBR, and so we will see. And then that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 7 is the second in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder earlier this year and really enjoyed it. It was one of my 5 stars. And so this is the sequel to it. Some secrets are too deadly to tell. Pip is not a detective anymore. With the help of Ravi, she released a true crime podcast about the murder case they solved together last year. Though the podcast went viral, Pip insists that her sleuthing days are behind her. But when someone she knows goes missing and the police won't do anything, Pip has no choice but to investigate. After all, Jamie Reynolds disappeared on the very same night the town hosted a memorial for the 6-year anniversary of the deaths of Andy Bell and Sal, Ravi's brother. It has to be more than a coincidence. Pip follows a trail of clues, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way, and this time everyone is listening. Will she find Jamie before it's too late? I loved the first one. It was very interesting. I was able to fly through it. So I look forward to continuing the series. And then I have somewhat added this to my November TBR. It's from the library and I don't know if I will get a chance to get to it, but if not, I can always borrow it again. Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. Now this one I want to read because I want to know if I should buy the whole series. And again, I'm not sure if it's something that would interest me. There's a lot of books in the series, and so I would like to find out if it interests me or not. I've read 1 chapter of it, and so far so good, but we'll see. As well, the last one is A Court of Mist and Fury. Now, I'm not going to say too much about this one because I am making a whole separate video on it, but I would like to read A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I have read A Court, the first one. What is the first one? Oh my goodness. Rose and Thorns. Of course I wouldn't remember it. And my cat is playing with my lights. I've read the first one. A Court of Thorns. Rose and Thorns? Something like that? Oh. All right. Well, that is my 10 before the end. And will I get to them all? I'm hoping so. But I will do my best. And if you enjoy my content, like and subscribe. And let me know which books you are reading for your 10 before the end. All right. Bye-bye.